Okay, so we're getting ready to do a repair test here for state. Actually, this is all state, and so what we're going to try to do is see how repairable this roof actually is. Now, I'm going to point out a couple things. If you look to the side here, it's a architectural weather wood. Not exactly sure what brand. I'm guessing probably Tamco, but it doesn't look too terrible until you really have to get in front of this thing and really see, and you can tell that this thing is seen better days. So I've been on this roof 3 times. I think it's about a 10-12, and I've counted over 50 sections, as you can see here of wind damage. Just all over this thing, and here, let me zoom in a little bit here. I think we got some over here, right here, up top. But anyway, and there's a section right here on the goat ladder. And this is just one slope. Here, there's another section here, but it's definitely seen better days, and every time I get up here I see new sections of wind damage. But so long story short, we're trying to do a repair test, and I think this is going to be pretty much impossible for us to do without really damaging the roof, and let me show you why. These shingles are just, I can get my finger on it here and they're just disintegrating, as you can see, and that's just my finger. Just kind of, I don't want to do a whole lot of damage to these things, but they're really just, some sections are just, if you pull up on it, it just, really easy to tear. We can't really, if we start getting up underneath here and trying to pull up on these things at all to slide another shingle in, that's going to be really difficult. And you can see here where somebody came in and did a repair, it looks like here, because this is like a pretty new shingle. But you can see here that it's got these horizontal signature of wind damage here, but on this side it doesn't have any. So I got my attention and I looked, and if you peel this up, you can see there's a nail there, and what they did is they just nailed this bottom portion to get this thing to stick to the roof. And maybe it was to keep this one from sliding down even more, because you can see it's about a 1/4 inch off. But I've lifted this up, and you have to be really careful, because these things will come right off. These things are just, you can look at this, it's just so thin. It just doesn't take much pressure at all, and this stuff is coming out. So I don't want to do a whole lot of damage here, but looking underneath this thing, and it's really hard to see, but there's no nails up underneath on this repair. So what I'm guessing that they did, there's just no nails underneath there. And so what I'm guessing happened is they probably ran into the same scenario, because somebody's been in here already, and you can see there's a patch job right here, and they probably ran into the same problem trying to repair this thing. And you're not going to be able to get in here and get a gun and repair this thing without just ripping these shingles up. Let's see, bam, bam. It just doesn't, bam, it just doesn't take much at all. And see right here though, right here you've got one nail. There's one nail on this thing. One nail, and my guess is they were just afraid to do damage, so it's an unconventional repair. And I'm guessing probably what they did is they just used a sealant to seal this, so just enough where they could get a nozzle up under here, seal this thing, slide it up underneath there, use a nail, tack it in place so that it seals, give it enough time to seal so it's stable. And that's, I bet you anything, that's how they did all these repairs, because it's just not repairable. I mean, this stuff, we're gonna do another video and do a repair. I'm a little worried about that though. I just, because, you know, if we start damaging this thing, it's gonna be on us, but Allstate's wanting us to do a video. And let me turn around here, and, you know, you can just kind of, you can just look at these shingles, and, I mean, let me get up close. I mean, that's just my finger. That's just my finger. It's not, I'm not even really doing any pressure on it. You can see that it's just coming right up. So if you start lifting on these things, it's going to do this. You see how it's starting to rip and tear? Okay. You can't start, you see, same thing here. I'm just barely lifting and it's tearing. So yeah, you know, even trying to attempt a repair test on this stuff is a little bit of a liability if you're trying to do it correctly. If you're trying to do it a conventional method, there's a little bit of a liability there. So stay tuned. We'll do a part 2 on this.